Hey everyone, good morning. Good to see you all back on a Saturday. I see a lot of you have joined. I see Barkatullah is there, Ustad is there, Amar, Puneet, Rajiv, Jaspreet is there, Manoj, Alok, Bhumika, Shazia is there, Sankar from Nellore. Hey Sankar, how are you? I see Diksha is there, Chandrika, Divesh, Rishita, Divesh again. Preparation of notes or only practice questions, both. Okay. Krishna, good morning. Hey Radhika. Let's just wait for another minute or so while we get into our chapter number 2 where we left off, right? We were talking about strategic analysis, we were talking about competitive strategy per se, wherein we were understanding what is a competitive group, right? What is a strategic group mapping, what is core competency, what is competitive advantage. A lot of things we were studying in the last session. We'll continue from where we left off in chapter 2, राइट इट्स अ लॉन्ग वन बहुत ही लंबा चैप्टर है बट ऑलमोस्ट हाफ हमने कर लिया है एंड द सेकेंड हाफ विल कंप्लीट टुडे इन द नेक्स्ट 2.5 hours. Hey Lokachandra, how are you? Good. Vasudev, Heaven, Sonali, Nitesh, Megha, Karthikeyan. Good. Reshma is there. Rishika, good. Hey Reshma from Tamil Nadu. This is Arjit from Delhi. Great. I see a good amount of people already, and we are already 4 minutes beyond 7, right? Your messages are reaching me, Lakshita. Yes. Lakshita, you got a very cool surname, which is Ajmera, one of the biggest builders, right? You go to Bangalore, you go to Mumbai, you see a lot of buildings by Ajmera. I hope you're not from that family. If you are, then fantastic for you. While I hope you should be from that family. Who doesn't want to be rich? I'm good, Darshan. I'm good. Bhargav, you're from Punjab. Super. Is it still raining in Punjab? Because it's raining here today. I don't know what's happening at your place. Is it raining there as well? I feel a lot of cities are like foreseeing rain this week or maybe next week. पता नहीं क्यों बारिश शुरू हो गई है. But अच्छा है थोड़ा सा less pollution, less what I say like traffic on the road. वैसे बढ़ जाता है but still. No, good to know that Lakshita, you're not from that super rich family. Otherwise, I would have said, give me some money. What else? Any questions, any doubts from last session? Anything that's bothering you in terms of कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है, कुछ हिंदी में समझना है, कोई example चाहिए, any concept that you feel you're not feeling prepared for an examination, let me know. Let's spend that 2-3 minutes. Let's spend some time to understand if there are any questions. Otherwise, we go straight to where we left off. Hi Ankit, you're from Hyderabad? Super. Paradise biryani खाओ दोस्त. Saturday है वैसे ही. It's raining heavily in Punjab. Same, I think North India is also raining. It rained here from Jaipur yesterday, but not today, Alok. Jaipur भी बढ़िया जगह है दोस्त. Lakshmi Mishtan Bhandar, which is like LMB, LMB, JMB, or what do you call that? LMB, right? Ramachandra says he wants to be rich, but he wants to be rich in ethics and values. Ramachandra, where are your feet? We want to touch, take some Ashirwad. It's not raining in Gurgaon, okay. Mumbai 2 days rain, I saw that. Pune and Mumbai तो पूरा पानी में डूब गया. पुणे डूब गया पूरा पानी में, I saw that. हमसे अभी बारिश का सीजन नहीं है. ठीक है अमर, सॉरी, हमारे यहाँ बारिश हो गई. माफ कर दो हमको. Ratan, the part where I use Hindi is basically just a translation of what I teach in English. So I'm not teaching anything new in Hindi. If you think you're missing out any concept where I talk Hindi, it's just a repetition of the concept, right? I'm not missing out anything in English. I can assure you that. Weather in all India is almost disturbed. It is not disturbed, Diksha. It is a fantastic weather. बारिश अच्छी चीज है यार. What will happen in the new course of strategic management? See, I can't tell you right now, but the new course of SM, it's going to be more, I would say, it's going to be shorter, but it's going to be more like exam oriented. Okay, the topics we have in the new syllabus are going to be too much application oriented. That is what the idea from ICI is, right? You should know to use these concepts in your real life decision making. How do you use these in practical life? How businesses are using the strategic management concepts in real life? That is where the idea of new syllabus is going. That is where the base of new syllabus is. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be shorter, but it's going to be more valuable. अभी ना बहुत ज़्यादा फैला हुआ है is what we feel. What the like board of studies also feels is it's a lot of things that you study. This will get concised, but major value addition to you in terms of application. तो मज़ा आएगा. It's going to be a good syllabus. I feel it's going to be better for sure. तभी change हो रहा है. But it's going to be a good syllabus for your articleship perspective, industrial training, for your professional life. हर जगह आपको मदद करेगा. एग्जाम में केस स्टडीज आती हैं तो क्यों नहीं आती हैं? बिल्कुल आती हैं. रामचंद्र, I'm everywhere. I'm in India. I keep moving, तो I'm everywhere. आज कंप्लीट नहीं हो पाएगा, हो जाएगा अमर. अभी देखो 10 मिनट हुए हैं, मैं अभी देखो कैसे 2 घंटे में खत्म करवा दूंगा आपको. Competitive advantage is sustainable. We just talk about that. Right, Darshan, we'll just talk about that. And thanks for bringing me back to the syllabus. Competitive advantage is sustainable. We're just going to talk about that, okay? May में exam last lecture right बाकी recorded से खत्म. Okay, sure Alok, whatever feels right. Driving forces again, we'll do that. Thanks Subhashri. I'm happy to know my style of teaching is helping you. That's all we want to do, right? Okay, let's get back to where we left off in the last session. We were talking about strategic analysis, and the interesting thing we talked about was called strategic group mapping, wherein we talked about certain companies with the range of products or a reputation of a company. Just an example for you to understand that you need to understand who is your real competitor, right? That is what the idea was. For a company which is very new and has a higher reputation, the aspiration to have a higher reputation, the major competition will be ABC, right? We talked about this. The major competition will be ABC. While for a company which is already there in the business and has a huge what to say range of products, it's PQR. So when a new company wants to get into like certain segments while keeping a high reputation, the real competition after the total industry is ABC, right? This is called strategic group mapping, identifying the right competitor. Who do you have to fight with? As simple as that. Okay. Then we talked about key success factors, right? We were talking about key success factors, which are the 3 questions a business needs to ask to understand whether the company will grow or blow, right? That means whether it will be a success or it'll be not be successful. I wouldn't say failure, but it wouldn't be as successful as they want it to be. Okay, so 3 questions to answer to identify key success factors are very simple. 3 things are: number 1 is crucial product attributes. What drives the customer to competitors? Why are people going to your competitors? You have to identify that. Number 2 is resources and competencies required to outshine the competitor, right? Why are customers going to the competitor? You identify that. Once you identify why the customers are going to the competitors, you identify what should I do to bring those customers to me? What should I do to bring those customers to me? And number 3 is how do I develop sustainable competitive advantage? This means a competitive advantage, something unique which is valued by the customer for the long term. Sustainable competitive advantage simply means a long term competitive advantage, not a 3 months, not a 6 months, not a 1 year. It should be an advantage you create over your competition for the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. For example, Tata. for example, Birla, for example, Ambani, right? Reliance. These are sustainable advantages. Every business they go, they use their brand loyalty, they use their brand value to actually create an advantage for them for years. 70 years old company, 100 years old company, Nestle hai, Microsoft, Apple, sustainable. They're just not beating the competition for 3 months or 6 months. They're beating for a long term. Every new competitor that comes, they're beating that new competitor in the market sustainably. It's going on and on and on. It's called sustainable. Okay, that is where the question was. Okay, YouTube में problem होगी दोस्त. My internet is full अभी तक तो. Let's see. Touchwood, my internet is fine for now. Okay, core competencies that is leading to competitive advantage, right? We were talking about these, the three major areas of core competencies, the three major characteristics, right? When does a company know it has a core competency is three things. First is the competitor differentiation. It should be unique. It should be difficult for the competitor to imitate. Copy नहीं कर सकता है. Second is customer value, right? When the customer values, customer को real impact मिल रहा है आपकी उस आपकी competitive advantage से, तो ही वो आपको उसके पैसे देगा, right? The business wants to earn money out of the product or service it gives, which is different from the competitor. At the end of the day, you want money from the customer, right? When will a person give a money to you, give their money to you? When they feel value of your product or service, right? If you go to a like theater which is asking for 1000 rupees of ticket for a recliner and brand new seats and everything, if you feel it's value for money, you will give them the value. You will give them 1000 rupees for a ticket, right? Application to other markets. This is what we were talking about. A real core competency or a real competitive advantage happens when your product or service becomes the base or raw material of some other industry. Once your product or your service becomes the base or raw material of some other company, you are going to be immune from all the competition. Like companies making M1 chips or microphone chips, right? Or mobile phone internal components. These are becoming imperative for all the mobile companies, right? These have become the base for product for all the companies, right? And that is why their core competency, their competitive advantage is so huge that no competitor is even to come and beat those companies, right? So three things. First is competitor differentiation, then customer value, and finally we have application to other markets. Three things if a business can achieve, it has competitive advantage because of its core competency, something it is good at. Okay. Now, why to identify and develop a core competency? We were talking about this as well. I'm just repeating this so that we get into the flow of the chapter. It should provide potential access to wide variety of markets to the business, a significant contribution to customer, and difficult to imitate, right? All the three things we have just studied, that is what core competency, why to identify and develop, because it gives a business an access to a different variety of market. It helps it grow its business. Second is significant contribution to perceived customer. That means the customer finally feels benefit out of your product. The customer finally feels benefit or significant contribution to his or her general life, right? मेरे को phone use करना है, पानी की bottle है, laptop है, tube light है, पंखा है, right? All these things are actually contributing and making my life easy. That is why I am dependent on these products, and the companies making these products are super successful, right? A Havells or an Usha ka pankha or CFL companies making CFLs, right? They're not loss making companies. They are significant amount of like rich or flourishing companies because their products have value to the customer, right? Very basic, everything basic, your clothes, your whatever is around you, right? Everything which is very valuable to you in terms of makes your life easy. You use that on a daily basis. You cannot live without it. Everything that these businesses create is going to be having a significant contribution, and that is their competitive advantage. Okay, it should be difficult to imitate by the competitor. So what you do differently should not be done by everyone. Then you are not doing anything differently. Then the customer is not going to value your product or service. They're just going to say, यार ये तो सब लोग कर रहे हैं, आप क्या अलग कर रहे हो, आपको क्यों मैं 1000 रुपए दूं? वो तो 500 रुपए में वो भी कर देता है सेम चीज, right? Unless it is difficult to imitate, unless somebody cannot copy, people will still value you or your product more than somebody else. There should be a difficult to imitate component for your core competency or a competitive advantage, right? Absolutely, Ashok Leyland vehicles. These are they have the robust or the strongest body, the whatever it is, the vehicle's body, right? Safety उनकी ज़्यादा होगी, whatever it is. Something is different from their competitor. That is why people buy it, right? Okay. You have a question, Ramnu. Your question is, in that bubble, does it mean that more the size of the bubble, it more X and Y, because bigger the bubble, bigger will be the diameter. See, do not look at diameter. It's about revenue. Okay. The bigger the bubble, the bigger the company size. As simple as that. Okay. Similarly, we can say KSFs for exam preparation are conceptual understanding, practice, and mock test. Wow, Manoj. Ab to ekdam hi, you should be teacher and not me. 3 KSFs for exams is what he's given us. Good one, Manoj, though. Okay. Cool. Let's go to the next one, which is we studied about this as well. Right, small retail shop having a proximity, giving access or home delivery, or big showrooms having variety or having ambience, गाने चल रहे हैं, वहाँ पे आप sandwich खा सकते हो, चलते फिरते आप hot dog खा सकते हो, right? All these are something that they're doing differently from their competitors to attract and sustain customers. Okay, we studied this question as well. Let's go to this one. Okay, 4 steps to build core competencies. Number 1, it should be valuable, right? Number 2, it should be rare. Number 3, costly to imitate. And number 4, non-substitutable. Again, we are repeating the same thing again and again because this is what the essence of core competency is. Valuable, right? Valuable means it should create value to the customer. And when will it create value to the customer? If we are talking about building core competency now, we're not just talking about the characteristics of core competencies. Now we are talking about how do you build a core competency. For example, your core competency could be a good handwriting. Your core competency could be quick learning. Your core competency could be remembering everything for a long period, right? Your core competency could be anything, right? That is your core competence. That means you are the best at it, what you do. That is your core competency. Now, how do you develop this? How do you build this as a business? Number 1, valuable. Placing the right people in the right jobs will create value for your product. Now, let's take an example of Samsung. Let's take an example of Apple. All these big technology or phone innovation companies, they have the best designers, they have the best engineers, they have the best marketers, right? Nobody else is able to do the kind of marketing that Samsung does, that kind of marketing Apple does, the kind of designs Apple have, the kind of, what do I say, new innovation, flip phone, Z Flip, this, that, bringing TVs, this TV, 100 inches TV, OLED, LED, जमीन आसमान एक कर देता है Samsung to innovate, to design and to market their product. They are able to create value for their product because they have the right people in the right jobs. You have to have the best people in the industry to build the product and services that create value to the customer. That is how you build a core competency, right? Number 2 is rare. Develop and exploit valuable capabilities. Now this means, now this team of people needs to create something which is rare, not everyone is doing, which is something new, something that needs to come, that's solving a new problem, that is creating a new market, that is creating a new, like, it's just an innovation. It should be rare. हर कोई कर रहा होगा तो मजा नहीं आएगा, right? It should be rare in the market, and you do that by exploiting the capabilities of these people, of resources. You have the best designers, you have the best engineers, you have the best people in the industry. If you're not using them to create something very rare or new for the market, you're not using them, right? Number 3, costly to imitate. What they create should not be able to be copied by the competitor, right? कर सकते हैं but easy नहीं होना चाहिए. Competitor will someday like copy what you're doing, but it shouldn't be easy. Not everyone can create a Ferrari. Why can't Honda? Have you ever thought of this? Why can't Honda create a sports car like Ferrari? Or why can't Mercedes create something like a Rolls Royce, right? They have the biggest factories, they have the designers, they have money, they have marketing teams, they have showrooms, they have everything possible on earth for a car builder. Why are they not able to create something as luxurious as a Rolls Royce or as well marketed as a Rolls Royce? Why? Why are not they able to do that? यही तो है. This is your core competency. This is the core competency of Rolls Royce. वो कह रहे भाई ठीक है आप सबके पास पैसा है. All the industries, all the car makers have अंधा money. They have the resources. They have the designers. They say go build it. Try and doing that, right? And still these big companies are not able to do that. Why? Because what the kind of marketing they have done, the kind of designing, the kind of luxury they have created around their brand or product, it's unmatched. It's very costly to imitate. Somebody like a Mercedes will also have to spend millions and billions of dollars to market a competitor to Rolls-Royce cars, right? They can do that. It's that is possible, but it is not easy. It's going to spend a lot of money, and so Mercedes thinks यार छोड़ो ना क्या करना है, इतना पैसा खर्च के एक साल में 20 गाड़ी बेच के फायदा क्या है, right? So that is where the competition starts feeling the heat that boss, it's not easy to copy what they're doing. That is the core competency. Number 4, non-substitutable. That means if somebody cannot copy your service or product, it should not also be able to create a substitute. That means ऐसा ना हो कि यार उसके substitute ही बना दें कोई, फिर तब भी आपकी core competency zero हो जाएगी, right? Now your core competency should be non-substitutable. That means capabilities without any strategic equivalence, which means if I create something which is fantastic, right? Let me think about this. I think I'm creating a real estate property of, let's say, 70 floors, and the entire building is made out of glass and super design and everything new, all new technology. People can touch everything. All the walls are digital, everything. I create a fantastic building, right? What happens? There's a company that comes and which says, boss, you don't have to live in such a costly building. I can convert your existing house with the digital thing. You can touch all the walls. There will be projectors on the ceiling, and it will project, and you can touch and change every color of your room and everything. The technology changed. Substitutable. I'm just giving you a vague example, but just to make you understand that your core competency will sustain, your competitive advantage will be sustainable, continue to go over year and year and year, only when it is non-substitutable. That means something cannot come and change or cannot be a substitute to your particular product or service. That is where the core competency comes into the picture. Valuable, rare, costly to imitate, and non-substitutable. Okay. Like IQ Neo Mobile. Maybe I've not used or seen any video of that, but I think yes, you're right. Could be a right example, Ankit. Core competency can be different in different companies. Absolutely, that is how it is. If every company has the same core competency, then what is rare? Rarity means everyone has a different core competency, right? If we take Samsung as an example, they are providing mobiles at a cost equal to Apple nowadays. How did they build core competency? But their designs are different. Their innovation is different, Sayed, right? Apple does not have a flip phone. Apple doesn't have an OLED screen. Apple doesn't have the kind of technology, the camera that Samsung is giving at the same price. That is their core competency. They're doing something better than Apple. That is why a lot of people are still buying Samsung as well. It's not like Samsung is gone and Apple has beaten Samsung in competition. No, Samsung is still there. Okay. Any questions so far? Give me a thumbs up if we go ahead. Okay, I see some questions. What is the core competency of ICAI? Cost, Heaven. Cost and quality. Okay. One of the cheapest course possible for any student in India. दोस्त बीकॉम करने जाओगे, बीकॉम में भी 2-3 लाख रुपए लग जाएंगे आपके. आईसीआई, you can be, it's a free course. The amount of money you spend for your books, for your registration, it's reimbursed in your articleship, right? Essentially it's a free course. कहाँ मिलेगा दोस्त आज के ज़माने में? 25-30 lakhs for an MBA, right? 5-6 lakhs for a BCom in a private college. You go to like big colleges, it'll be even costlier. It's a free course, and the average salary is like 7-8 lakhs starting. बॉस, ये तो रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट इज 8 लाख%. देखे कहीं पे 8 लाख% का रेट ऑफ आपका रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं देखा ना, यहाँ पे होता है. यू गेटिंग फ्री क्लासेस. कौन, मेरे को बता दो एक कॉलेज जो आपको फ्री क्लासेस देता है ऐसे सुबह 7 बजे फ्री. नोबडी डज दैट. दैट इज द कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी. आई सी चैलेंजिंग एवरीवन, गो फ्री दे के दिखाओ, राइट? DMART's core competencies, price and variety as well, right? ऑप्शन दे देते हैं आपको. 20 रुपए वाला चावल लेना है, 30 रुपीज, 40, 50, 60, 70. What price range of rice do you want? It's giving you a variety and options. That's DMART's core competency. बस मतलब 5 years का है तो पैसे तो और लेने चाहिए थे ना. 5 years का है तो क्या हुआ, आप वैसे 3.5-4 में भी कंप्लीट कर सकते हो. Himanshu, return on investment zero से ये Himanshu is the Aryabhatta of the class. He's saying zero खर्चा into 8 lakh is 0% return on investment. बहुत अच्छे हिमांशु, मजे आ गए. इसी को बोलते हैं जिस थाली में खा रहे हो उसी में छेद रहे दोस्त. Maruti is economical for maintenance and designs are comfortable. They create that market middle class to use cars. That is right, Varsha. That is their core competency, right? They're creating value for the customer, and you are absolutely right. All of you, the examples you're giving is the next topic. Okay, the examples that you're giving is basically the next topic for me. But before that, हम लोग ये भी कर चुके हैं, right? I'll not take this question. I'll go to this one, and then we'll see if we want to do that question. Okay. Low price MI mobile can be substituted by other brands. What is their core competency? Says marketing, right? They're targeting the youth. That is their core competency. Darshan says return is infinity. Okay. Okay, Ronak, only 23,000 for BCom. He's also giving the name of this university. That's good. That's good, right? ICA campus data, absolutely. ICA is doing great. We all know that. Good, Jaspreet. Good to see that. Okay. Ramachandra, then you should also drop study and start selling chai. It's 1 in a million, those. It's 1 in a million. You go to any railway station, okay? You go to any railway station and you see somebody 13-14 years old on a tea stall. Go and ask them कि देखो वो तो MBA चाय वाला आपका 15 लाख रुपए महीने के कमा रहा है. 1 in a million, those. What's the probability of your success there? It's not a sure shot success mantra, right? You also have to look at the probability of things, not just one example out of 150 crores. Okay. You guys are giving me names of the colleges. यार आप लोग ने तो दिल पे ले लिया. ठीक है, मतलब बाकी colleges भी सस्ते हो सकते हैं, अच्छे हो सकते हैं. I'm just somebody asked me ICA की core competency तो मैंने बता दी. What is the criteria to get rank in enter? Amar, you have to be in top 50 all India. एक ही criteria है. ICA helps in doing placements. Absolutely, yes. Okay, let's go to the next topic. which is called value chain analysis. Okay, very interesting, very simple topic. Okay, now I'll give you two examples and then you will understand everything what is happening. Let's first understand value chain analysis. Listen to this very carefully. We will study value chain analysis from a customer perspective, but exam में book में है business perspective से. Okay, हम customer perspective से समझेंगे and then we'll understand from business perspective as well. So first, value chain analysis दोस्त होता क्या है? Okay. Now the first example for you to understand is you have two. Okay, listen to this very carefully. You go to McDonald's. Okay, let's just create an example for you. You go to McDonald's. Okay, McDonald's में जाते हो और जाके बोलते हो एक आलू टिक्की बर्गर दे दो. You go and ask for an aloo tikki. Okay, now aloo tikki burger costs you, let's say, 40 rupees. ठीक है, it costs you 40 rupees. And there is on the monitor it says new arrival, which is aloo tikki double patty burger. Okay, which is for 55 rupees. दो पैटीज मिलेंगी एक ही बर्गर में बट 55 रुपीज का. एन आलू टिक्की इज फॉर 40, अ डबल पैटी आलू टिक्की इज फॉर 55. Which one are you going to buy? Tell me. Which one are you going to buy? I just breathe. I wish, right? I think a lot of entrepreneurs, if they refer to my lectures, are going to be successful. Thanks. उससे पहले मैं ही successful हो जाऊँ तो अच्छा है. I see answers. It says 55, 55, second option 55, 55 वाला, double ticky, second option 55, भूख लगा दी. I'll wait for others to answer as well. I want all of you to answer, please. If you're feeling lazy, bed में लेटे थोड़ा सा खड़े हो जाओ, exercise करो. It's a class, right? Be active, answer. The more you answer, the more concept clarity you'll have. Okay, 55 double patty, 55 rupees, right? Now why? The question is why? Because you were able to see value for money. You were able to see value for money. ठीक है ना? Value for money आपको दिखा उसमें. Ability to provide value for money. That's called value chain analysis from customer perspective. Let's take another example. Okay. Quickly, another example is Maruti Suzuki. Maruti Suzuki is giving you a high-end luxury car. It's a new car. It's an SUV. Okay, it's an SUV with the latest technology, alloy tires, everything, sunroof, digital, everything interconnected car. You can download an app and like look after everything in your car, what's going inside, how's the engine performing, everything, latest technology. Maruti Suzuki SUV for 25 lakh rupees. Okay, option number one. Option number two is you're getting a Mercedes, middle segment Mercedes for 30 lakh rupees. You're getting a middle segment Mercedes for 30 lakh rupees. Which one are you going to buy? A high-end latest technology Maruti for 25 lakhs or a mid-range Mercedes for 30 lakhs? क्या खरीदोगे? Subhashi says she'll buy a Mercedes. Congratulations, Subhashri, on your new Mercedes. Alok, I got your example. Let's come to that as well. But पहले मेरे question का answer दे दो. Mercedes, Maruti Suzuki high-end. Okay, Mercedes, good. Mixed responses. I wanted mixed responses. What else? Let's see. Mercedes, Maruti, Mercedes. Option one because low cost and new technology. Mercedes because has high brand value. Okay, Mercedes. Then Maruti for 25. Maruti high-end car, latest technology. You will spend 25 on Maruti, right? Karthikeyan is going to buy a Mercedes. Absolutely. Now when everyone was buying a 55 rupees ka aloo tikki double patty, the value of money was same for everyone, correct? But when I changed the option to a Maruti high-end versus a Mercedes mid-range, the group divided into two. A lot of people wanted to go for Maruti and a lot of people also wanted to go for a Mercedes, right? Now, value for money is a relative concept. The value for money depends on you, the customer, right? There is no set definition of value for money, as simple as that. And we just proved that with the example. Maruti, 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 Mercedes, Mercedes. You will buy a Mercedes, Maruti, Mercedes. Still, I'm getting answers Maruti and Mercedes mixed. Value for money depends on the customer, right? And the business needs to understand that. The business needs to understand that what is the value for money for my customers. Simple hai. Ho gaya solve. This is value chain analysis. This is value chain analysis, which is called creating value for money for your customers, right? And you know your customers better. Maruti knows its customers, Mercedes knows its customers, and they're targeting both. 30 lakhs की Mercedes निकाल के Mercedes also knows कि यार मारुति 25 लाख की बिक्री है. The Maruti is for 25 lakhs high end. I am 30 lakhs. I will take at least 200 or let's say 1000 Maruti customers as Mercedes customers. मैं अपने आप खींच लूंगा, right? Maruti is thinking at 25 lakhs, I will take away all the Honda customers and Hyundai customers who are buying Honda Cities or Verna or like Corolla or whatever Toyota customers. In सबको मैं खींच लूंगा because I have more Indian value in my brand and I can reach that 25 lakh segment as well by creating value for money, by giving every single thing possible in a car. I'm giving everything. 25 lakh में 25 lakhs में. They know the customer and they're creating value for money for their customer. This is called value chain analysis. This is called value chain analysis. Now, for a business, right? To create value chain analysis is important. To create value chain analysis is important, or to create value for money for the customer is important. Listen to this very carefully. Why is it important for a business to do value chain analysis? Why is value chain analysis important? What benefit does value chain analysis give to a business? What are the characteristics of value chain analysis? Why do businesses do value chain analysis? Because it helps in developing the core competency. Because it helps in developing the core competency of a business. Okay. When a company, a business does value chain analysis, it sits down, the management sits down and understands where do we create value for the customer. Remember, a core competency helps in developing a competitive advantage which is unique and something valued by the customer. Now the business sits down and thinks, दोस्त मैं value create करूं कहां पे? Where do I create value for the customers? Value can be created for the customer at any level of the entire business process. बहुत ध्यान से समझेंगे. I'll give you all the examples. This will be clear for life. Okay. Now, a business, if you understand a business, let's take an example of Flipkart. ठीक है. Latest है अपने पास Flipkart है. Flipkart का example लेते हैं. Now Flipkart has a lot of things to see. It has an app. उसके पीछे warehouses, delivery partners, marketing, the packing, the customer service, right? If they want to return something, the payment system, the return system, the refund system, the marketing, the packaging, the shopkeepers, bringing shopkeepers on Flipkart, app development, this and that. दुनिया भर का इसके पास काम है. Flipkart has everything possible that they do as an e-commerce company. They need infrastructure, they need human resources, they need technology, they need purchase department to take the products, right? They have inbound freight. That means product coming from shopkeeper to Flipkart warehouse. They have operations, right? Everything admin that is working their huge offices, people onboarding delivery वाले का आधार कार्ड लेके रखो, security लेके रखो, सामान लेके नहीं भाग जाए. All these operations, outbound logistics, they are sending stuff to your doorstep every single day. Marketing and sales and after sales services, customer services कर रहा है, सारे काम कर रहा है. Every business is doing this, but we are taking an example of Flipkart. Now, Flipkart management sits down and says, boss, we have so much work, right? We have to look at warehouses, app development, human resources, purchase, shopkeepers, inbound freight, outbound freight, operations, marketing, service, customer service, सब कुछ देखना है. But where do I create value for the customer? कस्टमर के लिए वैल्यू कहाँ पे क्रिएट करूं सो दैट इट बिकम्स माय कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी एंड आई एम एबल टू बीट अ मीशो, आई एम एबल टू बीट एन Amazon, आई एम एबल टू बीट अ टाटा न्यू, आई एम एबल टू बीट अ जियो मार्ट. What is that one thing that I create a core competency in that is valued by the customer, that is valued by the customer, right? And for which they stick with me and they do not go to the competitor. They stick with me and they do not go to the competitor. What should I do differently? What should I do something that creates value for the customer out of this entire thing of the group of things I do, the entire universe of things I do as a business? मैं कहाँ पे value create करूँ? Where do I create a value? Okay. The management sits down to decide this. Now, the question to you is, if you do shopping on Flipkart, why do you prefer Flipkart over an Amazon or a Meesho? For those who are shopping on Flipkart, why do you prefer Flipkart over an Amazon? ये बताओ मुझे. If you are a shopper on Flipkart, why do you shop on Flipkart rather than an Amazon or a Meesho? क्या ऐसी चीज आपको एक्स्ट्रा फ्लिपकार्ट में अच्छी लगती है जो बाकियों में नहीं लगती है? Tell me. It is cheaper than others, right? Price. What else? Alok says Flipkart has lower prices. Fast delivery, right? Immediate refund. What else? Low price, low price. Many offers, wide range of products. Flipkart is the only e-commerce company in India selling mobile phones. Like every minute they're selling 1,000 phones. I've never seen anybody buying a cell phone or a smartphone on Amazon or a Meesho. Everybody buys mobile phones on Flipkart, right? Low price, more variety, low price, regular offers, quality, festive offers. It's Indian, that is why you prefer it. That's a good point if you want to mention the wish. Delivers before time, better brands at lower price, faster refunds, lower price, easy to return, right? Okay. Price low, delivery time, customer service, low prices, better service. It costs less than Amazon most of the times. And Flipkart also provides more details of the product, like exact size and everything. Okay. Different policy, time of delivery, products are good quality when it comes to online shopping. You prefer security and you feel Flipkart is secure. Is it? Okay. Great, right? A lot of examples to understand where you and me as a customer, we are the customers, right? And this business is creating value for us, wherein we see, right, outbound logistics, quick delivery. So outbound logistics is where they're creating a core competency, the delivery, the after sales services, refund jaldi aa raha hai, right? This is where they're creating the value for the customer, right? Operations, like people are saying offers, let's say marketing, not just operations, I would say more of marketing and sales. Marketing and sales में they are creating value for the customer by new offers, right? हर festive offer आ रहा है, like 50% off, 70% off, everything is, the entire website is 50% off. Those kind of marketing and sales is creating value for an Indian customer. सुधांशु आपने पूरा spam कर दिया है chat, खाली enter दबा के बैठ गए हो आप, थोड़ा हाथ हटाओ प्लीज अपने कीबोर्ड से. सुधांशु शेखर. ओके, पूरा चैट ही दोस्त खाली कर दिया मेरा. ओके, offer surprise, it delivers it backward area. Also Amazon doesn't deliver in your area, Flipkart does. Sanjana, good, then Flipkart is winning. सुधांशु मेरे दोस्त हाथ हटा ले भाई, एंटर से प्लीज. It's there, आते ही जा रहा है. Sudhanshu, you're spamming the entire chat, please stop doing that. I'm not able to see others chat. Sudhanshu, if you're hearing us, you're still spamming the chat दोस्त. It's खाली entries, enter दबा के छोड़ दिया आपने. Flipkart is better in providing solutions to an issue while Amazon says just talk to the seller. ये तो मैंने भी feel किया है. Medicines are available on Flipkart, okay. Sudhanshu, if you can hear us, please remove your hand from wherever it is on the keyboard. खाली chat आ रही है दोस्त. It's irritating now. Sudhanshu Shekhar. Sudhanshu, you're not doing it, but it's happening. Maybe exit and then join back. हो सकता है कोई technical issue हो. आप exit करके फिर से join कीजिए ना एक बारी. क्योंकि मेरे पास कम से कम 800 खाली cells आ गए हैं आपके नाम के. अभी भी आते जा रहे हैं. So you need to exit and then join back. वो glitch है, किसका glitch है दोस्त? Exit करके फिर से join कर लो ना. Not an issue. Okay, let's go back to where what we were studying. Sudhanshu will solve this. He'll join back. Okay. This is just this when you put it in the notes, when I put it in the notes, then you understand that, boss, these are the activities, these are the processes within a business where a business can create, a core competency, where the business can create value for the customer and does a core competency, right? वैल्यू क्रिएशन का एंड रिजल्ट है कि उसको कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी बनाना है टू क्रिएट सम वैल्यू फॉर द कस्टमर सो दैट कस्टमर रिटेन्स विद देम एंड दे आर एबल टू मेक मोर प्रॉफिट्स फ्रॉम द कस्टमर. एज सिंपल एज दैट. वैल्यू चेन एनालिसिस इतना ही सिंपल है, राइट? नाउ the important thing is how do you sustain this value proposition. That means इसको long term कैसे बनाया जाए. It shouldn't be like 3 months or 6 months affair. It should be a long term thing. Your value creation, your value for money, your core competency should be a long term thing for the business. And how do you ensure that? How do you ensure that is there in yellow highlighted in the bottom of the slide, which says develop strong networks both internally and externally. How do you ensure a long-term sustainable value creation for the customers as a business is by developing strong networks internally and externally. Let's understand this. Outbound logistics, inbound logistics, operations, marketing, service, technology, procurement, human resource, infrastructure. इन सब का आपस में अगर राइट आपस में कोलैबोरेशन होगा, इफ ऑल दीज फंक्शंस वर्क इन सिंक, राइट? If your marketing, let's say if the marketing and sales team says, boss, let's build a campaign where we deliver in, let's say 100 minutes. 100 minutes delivery में marketing campaign चलाता हूँ. But outbound logistics says, boss, not possible. कभी भी core competency नहीं बन पाएगा ये, right? After sales service वाला बोल, right? Now look at this. If your procurement, that means the quality of the products on your website are not good, your customer service वाला will say, boss सामान ही गंदा बेच रहे हो, मैं लोगों को कितनी बार फोन करके रिफंड दूं, right? If the procurement is not good, the after sales service will also not be successful, because people will say yaar aapka maal to I'm not getting the right quality, and this customer service cannot give refunds to everyone every day, right? Business kaise chalega? So there has to be a link internally with and as well as externally, because all these things have external partners as well, like shopkeepers on Flipkart, unke sath network, outbound logistics delivery, the boys and girls who are delivering products to our houses, who are working day in day out, right? Unke sath linkages. If there are not enough delivery partners, if let's say Flipkart is not paying money to the delivery partners, लोग कहते छोड़ो यार हमको नहीं करना, दिन के 10 रुपए कमा रहे हैं, I'm not having the opportunity, they're not giving me enough money, petrol है पूरा दिन लगा रहा हूँ, I'm on the road, there is no insurance, there is nothing that they're helping me to do. If there are no delivery partners, how is a Flipkart going to work? It will not. So having linkages, having connections, long-term connections with the external and internal processes and people is going to sustain the core competency or value of the business for the consumer. ठीक है? इसको बोलते हैं value proposition. This is called value proposition. Supercoin is there in Flipkart. Sudhanshu, I hope you're back. Right, you were not doing it, that's fine, maybe a glitch, but I think this will solve. अभी तो पूरी chat भर गई है, दोस्त कोई बात नहीं. ठीक है. If we get coupons, okay, now it's okay, Sudhanshu. Super, thanks for joining back. What is the meaning of outbound and inbound logistics? Bhumika, outbound logistics is from warehouse to the customer. Inbound logistics is from shopkeeper to warehouse, right? For a Flipkart, an Amazon or a Meesho, agar shopkeeper ki shop se you bring that product to the warehouse where you pack and put a Flipkart ka tape and put the sticker, the bill and the barcode, that is called inbound logistic. Outbound is from warehouse to your house. That is called outbound logistics. Super. Let's go to the next one very quickly. How do you develop strong networks externally? Very simple. Vertical integration. पढ़ेंगे इसके बारे में. Just keep this thought with you. इसके बारे में हम आगे chapters में पढ़ने वाले हैं. Closely specifying requirements and controlling the performance of suppliers, right? Checking the quality of shopkeepers on Flipkart, checking the rating of shopkeepers, letting customers rate the shopkeeper or the seller, right? The customers can rate the sellers. That is basically controlling the performance and quality of the suppliers, right? TQM, which is total quality management, which seeks to improve performance through closer working relationship. That means total quality management is a process. पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, इसमें हम पढ़ नहीं रहे हैं, ये आप costing में पढ़ते हैं वैसे. Final में ना, when you go to CA finals in costing, we used to study total quality management. Super interesting. यहाँ पे you just have to remember it as a keyword. The total quality management helps in ensuring sustainability of core competency, that is value creation, that is value for money. As simple as that. ज़्यादा पूछा नहीं जाता है. You do not have to stress or like beat your head around this कि भाई ये क्या चीज़ है. Okay. What is inbound and outbound? I just told that Sanjana difference. दोनों का perfect. Okay, let's go there. अब नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट्स. कंपेटिटिव एडवांटेज क्या है? इतनी देर से हम पढ़ रहे हैं कंपेटिटिव एडवांटेज. कंपेटिटिव एडवांटेज का सिंपल मतलब है the breaking down of a competitive advantage is, right, it means a set of unique features, right, which are perceived by the target market as significant and superior to the competitor. Something which is unique and more valued by the customer than your competition. Okay, Apple products, Indigo Airlines, these are examples of competitive advantages that these businesses have. People mostly prefer Indigo over a Spice or Air India or Jet Airways. क्यों? Because people feel Indigo is much better in terms of service, in terms of quality, in terms of pricing, तो लोग Indigo के पास जाते हैं, right? They have a competitive advantage, something unique that the customer values, right? That is called competitive advantage. We have studied this enough, right? बहुत पढ़ लिया ये. Okay, sustainability of competitive advantage, again durability, transferability, imitability and appropriability. वेरी सिंपल. अगेन ये वर्ड्स इतने बड़े बड़े मुश्किल मुश्किल दे देते स्टडी मटेरियल में. द मतलब इज ऑलवेज द सेम, राइट? द मतलब इज द सेम which means durability. That means it should last for a long time. As simple as that. Transferability, that means from one business to another within the business. Reliance, टाटा सॉल्ट का ब्रांड, टाटा ने एक ब्रांड बना दिया, वो जो बिजनेस में जाता है वो ब्रांड बिकता है, राइट? The Tatas have created a brand, the Reliance has created a brand, or whatever company, right? A DMart has created a brand, or whatever company you name, which is a big brand. Okay, HUL is a big brand, or I'm just giving you big companies: BlackRock, HDFC, ICICI Bank. ICICI is a big brand. Okay, their competitive advantage, they have created people trust that brand for pricing and Indianness. It has a bank, it has a mutual fund, it is a share broking company, it is an insurance company: ICICI Lombard, ICICI Mutual Fund, ICICI Bank, ICICI this, ICICI that, ICICI credit card, debit card, ICICI online banking. They're just using their competitive advantage of their brand value, of something that the customer perceives good about them, from one business to another, and they're using that. And that is the sustainability of competitive advantage. It's transferable. It is transferable from business to business within the organization, right? Imitability, not easy to copy by the competitors. कितनी बार पढ़ा दिया इन्होंने, okay? Appropriability of returns means should be able to make money. सिर्फ कहना कि I am a great dancer, I am a good singer, I am the best dancer in the world, I am the best singer in the world is not enough. पैसे कमाने चाहिए दोस्त, बिजनेस है. I'm just telling you from a business perspective, it is important to make money as well. You cannot just say I have the best quality product in the market, but आपका business है zero. क्या करोगे उस product का? कुछ नहीं करोगे, right? Your product should actually make profit, should actually make money for it to be called a competitive advantage. It cannot just be कि I am the best, but मेरे product नहीं बिकते. इतना अच्छा प्रोडक्ट बना दी बस बिकता नहीं है, तो वो कंपेटिटिव एडवांटेज नहीं है दोस्त. ओके, बिकॉज इट इज नॉट वैल्यूड बाय द कस्टमर, इट इज वैल्यूड बाय यू. एंड अ कंपेटिटिव एडवांटेज इज नॉट समथिंग दैट द बिजनेस वैल्यूज, इट इज समथिंग दैट द कस्टमर वैल्यूज. ओके, it is like Bernard brand name. Bernard, I you typed it that way. I thought it is Bernard. ये कौन सा English Hollywood actor का नाम ले रहे हो? It's brand name. Okay. रामचंद्र will come to vertical integration. इसी syllabus में धीरे धीरे we'll go slow and steady. Okay. You're right, Jaspreet. I think you're right. Other brands do not show you the real picture of the product, but Meesho does that, है ना? I've also seen somebody keeping a kurta on their bed and clicking a photo and then selling. Like इतना भी सच नहीं बोलना था, right? You feel like it, इतना भी सच नहीं बोलना था, तो घर में कुर्ता बेच रहे हो आप. But ठीक है, the pricing also like that. That is what the app's essence is. That is what the competitive advantage of the app is. That it's super raw. That people feel okay. ये normal आदमी बेच रहे हैं, ऐसे ही दिखेगा. It's not gonna come something else. I order something and come something, right? ऐसा नहीं होगा. What is being seen would come. That gives you confidence. Okay, cool. Value creation का जो concept है, again very simple for you to understand is, let's understand this table. बहुत easy. इसको भूल जाओ. मैं आपको इसको easy बना के दिखाता हूँ. Okay, let me just create this super easy for you. इसको यहाँ पे देखिए सर. Okay, now listen to this very carefully. Listen to this very carefully. Let's talk about Apple. Let's talk about Apple iPhone. Okay, हम Apple के iPhone की बात करते हैं. Apple के iPhone की बात करते हैं. You know this is iPhone. Okay, okay, cool. Apple iPhone की बात करते हैं. The cost of creation of an Apple iPhone, the cost of building an iPhone is, let's say, मैं आपको अब अंग्रेजों की तरह समझाता हूँ. Let's say it's dollars. How much? Let's say it's dollars 100. $100 की कॉस्ट आती है. $100 की कॉस्ट इज टू डेवलप एन आईफोन. ओके, to develop, deliver everything, entire thing, logistics, making from China to India to shop to retailer to the smallest outlets in your city or online warehouses. कहीं भी पहुंचाने की average cost of one iPhone is $100. Okay, the average cost of an iPhone is $100 to Apple. Apple इसको बेचता कितने को है? एप्पल इसको बेचता कितने की है? ठीक है, एप्पल इसको बेचता है, लेट्स से एप्पल इज सेलिंग इट फॉर $700. ओके, एप्पल इसको बेच रहे $700 का. द कॉस्ट ऑफ क्रिएशन इज $100 एंड एप्पल इज सेलिंग इट फॉर $700. दैट इज राइट. $600 एप्पल का मार्जिन हो गया. ठीक है, $600 एप्पल का मार्जिन हो गया. बट अ कस्टमर हु बाइज एन आईफोन, a customer who buys an iPhone feels like a king or a queen. लोग करते हैं ना शो ऑफ, आईफोन लेके घूम रहे हैं हम, तो मॉल में जाएंगे सबको आईफोन दिखा रहे हैं, फोटो खींच रहे हैं, राइट. मिरर सेल्फीज, पीपल टेकिंग मिरर सेल्फीज टू शो वी हैव एन आईफोन. ऑल दीज बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स ऑन रील्स. भाई शीशे में उल्टा क्यों खींच रहे हो? सेल्फी ले लो ना. नहीं, बिकॉज दे हैव टू शो देयर आईफोन. सो द कस्टमर का दिमाग, the customer's brain values this phone for just to put a number, let's say for $1,000. कस्टमर का दिमाग को फील होती है कि यार ये तो $1,000, इट्स मोर वैल्यू for money for me. That means they feel I've paid $700, but I could have even paid $1,000 for it. I could have even paid $1,000 for it, right? I have paid 700, but मेरे को इतना अच्छा लग रहा है इसको लेके that I, even if this was for $1,000, I would have bought it. This number of even if this would have been this much, I would have bought it. ये है कस्टमर के दिमाग में प्रोडक्ट की वैल्यू. This is the value of the product in a customer's brain, right? The company has to play with that. कंपनी को इस नंबर से कोई मतलब ही नहीं होना चाहिए. The company or the brand or the business has to play from the mindset, ये कस्टमर को कितनी वैल्यू मिलेगी, कस्टमर मैक्सिमम कितना खरीदने के लिए तैयार हो जाएगा, उससे नीचे रखो प्राइस, everyone will buy, everyone is going to buy, because their brain says even for $1,000 I would have bought it, but this is only for $700, आज ही खरीदो, right? Now this $300 over 700 is the customer surplus. कस्टमर के दिमाग में सरप्लस है ये कि मैंने पैसे बचा लिए. 1,000 का होता तो भी खरीदता, बट ये तो सिर्फ 700 का. It's just for $700. I'll still buy. The brand is playing with this. The brand is playing with your brain's hair. 700 रुपीज का सामान 700 में बेच के भी it is giving you a feel that it is cheap. It is still giving you a feel that it is value for money. It is giving you a feel that it is the deal for your life. It is the best deal that you're going to do. It's going to be cheap for you. It's not too much of the money we are asking. That is where value creation happens in the dimag of the customer, and that is where the companies play. That is where the companies play with your brains. When does this happen? When does this happen? When a company has core competency, when a company has core competency, which it converts into its competitive advantage through value creation. हो गया चैप्टर खत्म दोस्त. A company is able to charge extra money from the customer. A company is able to make abnormal profits. A company is able to make andha paisa when it has a core competency which it converts into a competitive advantage to beat the competition and attract the customer by creating a value creation proposal for the customer through its product or service. This is called strategy. This is called competitive strategy. Chapter number 2, competitive strategy of a business. As simple as that. खत्म हो गया आपका चैप्टर का फर्स्ट पार्ट. चैप्टर का फर्स्ट पार्ट इज ओवर. इट्स डन. इट्स डस्टेड. खत्म हो गया दोस्त. यही है वो. Capabilities, resources being used to create competitive advantage through value creation. यही है वो. Right? You just understood the entire chapter of competitive strategy in 2 minutes. हो गया सर? Done है? Okay. Let's go. Now you have to create a wall in your mind now. This was chapter 2 first part. Chapter 2 second part is a bit different and we'll get into that. But here is the chapter number 2 ka first part over, which talks about competitive advantage, your core competency, value creation, making money out of your competitive strategy. Okay. Chapter 2 part 1 over. यहाँ पे lock कर लो. Now let's go to the part 2, which is entirely different from part 1. Part 2 of chapter number 2 talks about portfolio analysis. It talks about portfolio analysis. But before I go into this, I will take 2 minutes to understand any questions up till now in chapter 2. Because next topic is going to be super interesting with a lot of examples. ठीक है? And अब मैं आपसे बहुत सारे questions पूछने वाला हूँ. You are going to solve this portfolio analysis for me, not me. Okay. Okay. What else? You have cover of iPhone. Sudhanshu Mubarako. Soon buy an iPhone and put your iPhone into that cover. I know. Misho took normalization to a new level. ज़्यादा ही सच्चाई हो गई. Is thumbs up also an example of value creation as it costs very less of production and have a huge profit? Absolutely yes. No doubts, Bhumika. Good. CA qualification has created good value. Thanks, Manoj. Student want to become CA even if it takes more than attempt to pass. वाह, ये तो आपने मतलब मिर्ची खिला दी हमको. But ठीक है. It's created its value proposition. You're right. Even if you fail in an examination, you're still valuing that examination. इसको value creation ही तो बोलते हैं. You're right. बहुत ही बढ़िया एग्जाम्पल है तो मैं यूज करने वाला हूँ. अब देखो अगली क्लासेस में. And I'll tell Manoj gave me this example. Okay. Easy to understand by practical exam, but how do we write in exams all these practicals? हिमांशु वही तो मजा है दोस्त. वही तो real fight है. How do you put these in the examination? And that is where mock test papers, exam papers, questions come handy, right? I am asking a lot of questions. I keep asking all the MCQs. Why? Because I also want to give you a flavor of how the questions come, right? Practice. The more you practice, the better it becomes. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you can go ahead. Right? Suraj, I'm not going to repeat any topic. I'm going to take questions, please. You want me to repeat any topic? The lectures are recorded. You can go. I want to respect everyone's time here. Right? अगर समझ नहीं आता है, come with questions and confusions. If repeating topics doesn't make sense, right? वो तो मैं सेम ही चीज बताऊंगा फिर से. Cool, go ahead. I'm getting thumbs up. Super. Lasers created. के सरप्लस वाला कॉन्सेप्ट माइक्रोमैक्स में भी है. ओके गुड जोगेश. आई थिंक वी हैव वैसे स्टडीड एवरीथिंग इन 11th एंड 12th, जस्ट सेइंग. हमको याद नहीं है बस, बट हमने सब कुछ पढ़ा हुआ है पहले. ठीक है. I've got some thumbs up. Let's go ahead with portfolio analysis, also known as AKA. AKA का मतलब है also known as. शॉर्ट फॉर्म है, थोड़ी मेरे से भी सीख लो. ये रोफल माउल लॉल वगैरह भेजते होगे ना. अभी AKA means also known as product mix, right? It's a tool to analyze businesses in a portfolio. Now, a lot of big companies have a lot of brands and businesses. Now your mindset should be you're sitting as the CEO of a very big brand which has multiple businesses. आपका mindset in this concept should be that you are a big business person, right? And you have a multi-million billion dollars of business and you have multiple brands in your company. Let's take an example of ITC. ठीक है. ITC के food खाने आते हैं. आशीर्वाद आटा आता है, फार्मलैंड आता है, मास्टर शेफ आता है, चॉकलेट आती है, कैंडी मैन, मिंटो, राइट, गमॉन. ऑल दीज आर आईटीसी की च्युइंग गम्स एंड टॉफीज एंड कैंडीज, राइट. बिस्किट्स में सनफीस्ट, जिप्पी. सनफीस्ट ब्रांड है इनके पास स्नैक्स में. बिंगो आईटीसी का है. जिप्पी, राइट. देन बी नेचुरल जूसेस आर बाय आईटीसी. आईटीसी के फूड ब्रांड्स हैं ये सारे. आईटीसी के होटल्स हैं. आईटीसी इज एन आईटी कंपनी. हमने पढ़ा है ये, राइट. बीसीके में पढ़ा है हमने. What is a conglomerate? What is a portfolio analysis? We have studied all of this, right? Now you are sitting as the CEO of a very big company which has multiple businesses, multiple brands, and you need to analyze कौन सा business अच्छा कर रहा है और कौन सा business मुझे बंद करना है. The question that you constantly keep asking yourself as the head of the company, the question that you constantly keep asking as the head of the company is which brand is doing good, which brand is not doing good. I will stop that brand and put my more money investment into the brands that are working well for me. Simple है. यही तो काम है ना टॉप का, कि समझना भाई चल क्या रहा है क्या नहीं चल रहा है, उसमें पैसा लगाओ. जो चल रहा है उसमें पैसा लगाओ, राइट. दैट इज व्हाट पोर्टफोलियो एनालिसिस इज. दैट इज व्हाट अ सीईओ सीएफओ टॉप मैनेजमेंट डज. और वही हम पढ़ने वाले हैं. वो लोग कैसे करते हैं, हाउ डू दे डू दैट, हाउ डू दे डिसाइड दैट. वो कैसे डिसाइड करते हैं कि कौन सा बिजनेस चल रहा है कौन सा नहीं चल रहा है. दे डू दैट बाय यूजिंग अ कॉन्सेप्ट कॉल्ड पोर्टफोलियो एनालिसिस, right? They do that with a tool called portfolio analysis. Okay, great question from Naresh. Naresh, BCK is foundation का पेपर. अगर आपने foundation दिया था तो, नहीं दिया था तो direct तो I don't know. Okay, ITC has a lot of brands and it has to do a portfolio analysis to understand which of the businesses works and which does not. It helps the top management in taking strategic decisions with regard to individual products and businesses in a portfolio. Multi-product, multi-business firms use this tool called portfolio analysis. The best business portfolio is the one that fits the company's strengths and weaknesses to opportunities in the environment. SWOT analysis करके भी आदमी पता कर सकता है. By using a SWOT analysis, a company can know what is my strength area, and that is where my brands in my strength area, all the brands in my strength area should be invested more into, and the brands which are not into my strength area should not be invested much into. Example ले लेते हैं, right? Example ले लेते हैं. Let's say you have a family business. Let's say you have a family business, right? And your business is into shoes. आप लोग जूते बनाते हो. You make shoes, and you make let's say utensils, and you make soaps. You have a family business, okay? You have a family business, and you have three factories. You have three factories. One makes shoes, one makes utensils, and one makes soaps. You know your family's expertise or your family's historically you have been good at, your experts of shoemaking. But because you made so much money in shoemaking that you started utensils and soap factories as well. Okay, you know your strength is shoes. You know these segments are making money for you, but you're not experts here. And you're not even selling much here. There's a lot of competition, but shoes may you are number one. Now you have to sit down and do a portfolio analysis that which of the three businesses should I invest my maximum time and money into? मुझे बताओ. Where will you invest your maximum time and money in your family business? Where will you invest your maximum time and money in this family business? And why? Just don't give me plain one word answers. Tell me why as well. If you're selecting something, tell me why as well. क्यों करोगे वो? Shoes business, shoes business, shoes. Himanshu, Diksha, Akshay, Barkatullah, Radhika. Everyone is saying shoe business. What about others? Cool, Naresh, not a problem. BCK is a subject in foundation. Okay. But the question is, which of those in the family business would you do and why? And I want all of you to answer, please. Nobody's answering and I don't like it, right? You have to be responsive, otherwise there's no meaning of the class. Interactive ही नहीं बनाओगे तो दोस्त class मजा ही क्या आएगा? Because you are number one in shoe business, that is why you will do shoe business, right? Shoe business because you have expertise in that. Absolutely. हो गया portfolio analysis खत्म. Done. The topic is over. Concept is clear, sir. और क्या होता है? This is as simple as this is basic, दोस्त. This is why I'm saying the chapter is so basic. We just look at the syllabus and feel यार ये बहुत tough है. नहीं खत्म हो गया sir. Portfolio analysis is done. You would invest more time and money into shoemaking because you are number one there, because you are making the maximum profit there, because you are expert there. Simple. Simple. हो गया सॉल्व. ये पोर्टफोलियो एनालिसिस है दोस्त. खत्म. Okay. I'm joking. We'll talk about tools as well, but the concept is that. The concept is as simple as that. Now, before you start doing portfolio analysis, Abhi, there's a twist in your family business. There is a twist in the family business. Okay. Now, before you analyzed shoe business, आपने बोल दिया मेरी expertise है, मैं number one हूँ, मेरा सबसे ज़्यादा profit उसमें आ रहा है, तो हम shoe business करेंगे, right? This is what you said. I'm going to do a shoe business because I'm expert. I make the maximum money and I know this as the best one because I'm number one in the market. Congratulations. You missed out one important thing. You missed out one important thing while doing portfolio analysis, which is called experience curve and product life cycle. ठीक है? समझते हैं. SBU क्या होता है? Like certain concepts you need to understand before you start doing portfolio analysis are three. First is SBU, strategic business unit. Right? ये हम पढ़ चुके हैं strategic business unit, that when a single businesses are broken down into your strategic business units, right? We have studied this. What are SBUs? We already did that. Experience curve क्या होता है? Experience curve means the efficiency increases as you keep doing stuff, right? This is called experience curve. This is your experience curve, which is telling you about as you gain experience, the more efficient you become, right? And you, as a business, the more experience you start gaining of your business, the better money you start making because your cost starts to fall, your profits start to increase, right? This is called experience curve क्योंकि मेरे को experience हो गया है where I need to cut my cost and where I need to increase my margins. So with experience curve, your cost starts dropping because you have learned to do business now over the years. So your costs start falling. This is called experience curve. Another interesting concept is called product life cycle. Product life cycle is an S-shaped curve. This is your product life cycle. This is your product life cycle, which says when you introduce a product into the market, it is an introduction, ज़्यादा grow नहीं करता है. Then there comes a stage where it starts to grow. It starts growing, and then comes the maturity stage. It has already grown. Now it starts to mature, flat होना शुरू हो जाता है, right? And there comes a stage when it starts declining. Decline होता है और end में जाके product की life खत्म हो जाती है. प्रोडक्ट की लाइफ एंड में जाके खत्म हो जाती है. दिस इज कॉल्ड प्रोडक्ट लाइफ साइकिल, which is like everyone, right? You take birth, then you're a teenager, you are the most energetic, you're growing in your career, then you are 40-50 years old, you are mature enough, stable, you do not want to grow more, you're like हो गया जो जितना करना था कर लिया, and then you become old, you become mature, and you start going towards the end of life. Okay, this is the same for every business. This is the same for every product. If not business, for every product, this is true. Printers, right? Pager, then your button wala QWERTY keyboard phones, BlackBerry, Nokia, right? Take any example. हर चीज, the product you were using 10 years back, you're not using today. Products keep changing, right? आते हैं, grow करते हैं, गिर जाते हैं. वॉकमैन, आईपॉड, राइट? Then you had wire वाले earphones, wired earphones. Now everyone is using the Bluetooth. Smartwatch, अभी देखो 5-6 साल स्मार्ट चलेगी, फिर चली जाएगी, कुछ नया आ जाएगा, right? Things keep changing, products keep changing. That is called product life cycle. Now, when you were deciding your leather shoe business, you did not think about product life cycle. आपने सोचा, you said, I am number one in the market. I have expertise here. This is my family business and I'm making money. So let me put more money into this business. But you did not identify where is the product life cycle of my leather shoes business or my leather shoes at. Is it at an introduction stage? Is it at a growth stage? Whether it is at a maturity stage, or this business, this product, nobody is wearing leather shoes today. ये तो decline हो रहा है, right? इतने महंगे होते leather shoes कोई नहीं पहनता, right? The young people are not, they're buying sneakers, they're buying like Nike, ये sneakers चाहिए हमको, Jordans चाहिए, ये चाहिए, वो sneaker, ये sneaker, right? People are wearing sneakers, people are not buying leather shoes now. So as per product life cycle, your leather shoes is a declining business. It's at the end of its life. The product is going down. Why will you invest your money in a leather business? Even if you're the expert in the business is dying. ये आपने समझा ही नहीं, right? You did not even question this. That is why it is important to understand portfolio analysis with these three concepts: SBUs, experience curve, and product life cycle. Right? Makes sense? Interesting है ना? I know it's very interesting. Shoe business. Okay, what else? Tanisha says utensils. Tanisha, आप तो बच गए. You were the smart one. Utensils because it has scope to expand and then standing that area and grab market. Tanisha is the business person of the year. Good. Okay. What else? Portfolio management. This is done. Interesting, right? Portfolio analysis, it's fantastic. It's very strategic. It's very creative. It's very fun, right? As a business head, to understand the numbers, graphs, where the business is going, why is it degrowing, why is it not growing, or why is it growing so much? ऐसा क्या हो रहा है? What is happening in the business? Understanding that is fantastic, right? But you also need to understand the intricacy or the complexity of things within the portfolio as well. You cannot just say I'm the best at it, so I'll invest my money. There are concepts like product life cycle, experience curve, and SBU that you need to consider as well. Now, what is an SBU? Somebody is asking. We have already done that, but I'll tell you very quickly because we're going to use this again. That is why I'm explaining here again. Is strategic business units are when a single brand, let's say ITC, का bingo एक SBU है, or let's say biscuits and snacks एक SBU है, right? It has created these 5 SBUs saying कि all the businesses which are food ingredients are one separate business for me. Ready to eat packet food are a separate business for me, or a chocolate confectionery is a separate business for me, right? All these, if they create as a separate business within the business, it's called strategic business unit. It helps to control business much better, right? Before we go on to the next topic and we complete this in 1 hour very quickly, ज़्यादा कुछ बचा नहीं है, सब कॉन्सेप्ट आ गया, अब फटाफट से दौड़ेंगे and you will understand it very quickly. Let's take a break of 5 minutes, right? And when we come back, we study 4 models of portfolio analysis, 4 different models to analyze our businesses. How do people understand portfolio analysis? दोस्त बहुत ही मजेदार है, एग्जाम्पल से समझेंगे. Let's take a quick break of 5 minutes and then we come back and talk about the 4 models of portfolio analysis, and we will complete our chapter 2 today, right? It's 8:28. Let's be back by 8:33, 34 तक. 5 मिनट में वापस आते हैं. ठीक है? Let's come back in 5 minutes and I'll see you and we start with portfolio analysis then. Everyone, I'm back. I'll just wait for another 1 minute for you to assemble back as well. Okay. I have a few interesting points. Petrol pumps are mature, followed by CNG stations, going followed by EV stations. Okay. You will be in shoes, but stop selling leather shoes to be successful. That's a good one, Bhumika. That can also happen for sure. Okay. You will bring new, unique ideas. Okay. Very okay. It means it will be you. Okay. First diagram. You want me to discuss the first diagram? Very easy. When you start gaining experience in a business, your cost of doing business starts falling because you start becoming better at your business. That is as simple as that. So when you start gaining experience, your cost starts to fall as a business. Okay. Good, Barkatullah, you're back. If you're back, just give me a thumbs up, give me an okay, give me a hi, whatever you want to send, so that I know people are back and we can start with the 4 models of portfolio analysis. Can BOS be termed as an SBU? Not at all. It is not an SBU, dost. Board of Studies is not an SBU. ICI is not a business, first of all. ICI is an institute of education. It's not a business कि उसका SBU होगा. शिवांगी 2 लाइनों में SBU समझा दूं आपको और आपने ये you have written please explain SBU in हिंदी. शिवांगी आपने SBU हिंदी में समझाने बोले बट पूछा इंग्लिश में, ये बड़ा मजेदार है. ठीक है. ओके. SBU शिवांगी सिंपल है. जब बहुत सारे आपके प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं तो आप अब साबुन, जैसे हम अब यहाँ पे बात कर रहे थे एग्जाम्पल की कि आपका जूतों का बिजनेस है, आपका बर्तनों का बिजनेस है, आपका साबुन का बिजनेस है. हर इन 3 बिजनेस को अलग अलग बिजनेस की तरह देखोगे. अगर एक एसबीयू है जूतों का, एक एसबीयू है यूटेंसिल्स का, बर्तनों का, एक एसबीयू है साबुन का, तो ये 3 अलग बिजनेस आपके पूरे फैमिली बिजनेस के अंदर 3 अलग एसबीयू हैं. स्ट्रैटेजिक बिजनेस यूनिट है. इनका अपना अलग हेड होगा, इनका अपना फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट होगा, इनका अलग एक सीईओ होगा, इनके अलग कंपेटिटर्स हैं, इनका रॉ मटेरियल, इनका सप्लायर, इनकी मार्केटिंग, सब कुछ सबकी अलग अलग होगी. कॉमन कुछ भी नहीं होगा, इसलिए इनको बोलते हैं स्ट्रैटेजिक बिजनेस यूनिट. Right, these are called strategic business unit because everything they have will be different from others. Right, just give me 1 second, I need to close my door. 1 second में दीजिए मुझे. Right. Okay, so that is what a strategic business unit is. Okay, I see only 3-4 backs. बस बाकी लोग चले गए हैं, कोई बात नहीं. Whoever is here, whoever wants to be interactive, we will study with them. Right, people I think have left for the college. Saturday कौन सा college होता है यार दोस्त. You all should be super active in the session. It's for you. Perfect. Okay. 4 models of portfolio analysis being BCG growth share matrix, Ansoff's product market matrix, ADL, which is Arthur the Little matrix, which is industry age and competition matrix, and the final we'll study is GE stoplight strategy matrix. Right, नाम ही इतने इंटरेस्टिंग है, उससे भी ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग ये मॉडल्स हैं. Let's quickly understand the first one, which is BCG growth matrix. ठीक है. Now, understand what we are saying. यहाँ पे देखो मार्केट ग्रोथ रेट देख रहे हैं और यहाँ पे मार्केट शेयर देख रहे हैं. ओके, यहाँ पे मार्केट ग्रोथ रेट देख रहे हैं एंड हम 2 चीजें देख रहे हैं. When we are doing BCG growth share matrix, when we are doing BCG growth share matrix, we are looking at 2 things. Okay, we're looking at 2 things. The first is market growth rate and second is relative market share. ठीक है, जसप्रीत चाय पी रही है बट जसप्रीत प्लीज फोकस ऑन इस पे आल्सो. ओके, मार्केट ग्रोथ रेट देख रहे हैं एंड रिलेटिव मार्केट शेयर देख रहे हैं. Now, as a business, when I am doing BCG growth share matrix portfolio analysis, this model says you need to look at two things for all the businesses that you have in your overall business. You have to look at all the SBUs through these two lenses: market growth rate and relative market share. Okay. The question to you is, if your market growth rate is high and your market share, which means you are number one in the market, your market share is number one in the market, and your market growth rate is also very high, what of these four will you call your business as? Will it be a star, a question mark, a cash cow, or a dog? What will you call it if your market growth rate is high and your market share is also super high? What will you call it? BCG क्या? Very good question. Okay, BCG भी तो पता होना चाहिए. बताते हैं, बिल्कुल सर बताते हैं. Majority people saying star. Okay, what is BCG first of all? BCG is Boston Consulting Group. It's one of the biggest consulting companies in the world. Okay, Boston Consulting Group, BCG. Okay, BCG का full form है Boston Consulting Group. It is one of the biggest consultant companies in the world. उन्होंने ये growth share matrix बनाया है to help businesses understand their portfolio. Majority people saying we will call it a star. Okay, we will call it a star. Absolutely, very good. We will call it a star. Now another question for you. एक question में कैसे छोड़ेंगे? Another question for you. Okay. Now there is a business. Let's go. आपने ये समझ लिया? अभी अब मैं कुछ I'm not explaining anything. You will automatically identify yourself. Okay. Let me go to this. Okay. Let me go to this and let me tell you the management of ITC. The management of ITC was talking about Sunfeast. Ki what should be our strategy for Sunfeast? And they said, let us understand Sunfeast as a business through BCG portfolio analysis. Okay? Let us understand the business of Sunfeast through BCG growth share matrix. Now they say the market share for Sunfeast, the market share for Sunfeast is very high. The market share is very high, but the growth rate is not so high. It's low. My market share for Sunfeast is very high, but my growth is not so much. What do you call it out of the four? मार्केट शेयर बहुत बड़ा है मेरे पास, बट मार्केट ग्रोथ रेट नहीं है. मनोज, यस, इट इज अ मैनेजमेंट कंसल्टेंसी फर्म. एक आदमी नहीं है, बहुत बड़ी कंपनी है, 50,000 लोग काम करते हैं इसमें. कैश काउस. शिवांगी, बीसीजी इज अ कंसल्टिंग कंपनी. जैसे ईवाई है, जैसे आपका केपीएमजी है, वैसे ही बीसीजी है. ओके, that like a Deloitte, like an EY, like a KPMG, like a Grant Thornton, PwC, वैसे ही BCG भी एक कंपनी है which helps businesses in building their or helping businesses with their strategy. उसका काम है businesses को strategy में help करना. Boston Consulting Group का. It is just like your EY, PwC. I'm looking at answers and it says cash cow. कैश काउ होना चाहिए. ठीक है, कैश काउ, कैश काउ, कैश काउ, कैश काउ, कैश काउ. ठीक है, वेरी गुड. नाउ लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड ऑल द फोर. You are able to identify now. You're able to identify in the matrix what a business should be called. Okay, now stars are businesses which have high growth and high market share. That means they are the star of your business, right? Let's say you have 4 SBUs or 4 different businesses. Which of the business within your portfolio is a star? The business which has the highest growth and which has the highest market share. it is growing and you are the number one player in the market, that means it's going to be a massive growth story for you. It is a star business. A business in which you have a lot of market share, but the market growth rate is low. It is your cash cow. वो इतना बड़ा आपका business है because you have a big market share. You will keep earning money from it. It will keep generating cash for your business. It will keep generating cash for your business because you have a high market share. Businesses where your growth rate is low, right? Where your growth rate is low and your market share is also low, उनको बोलते हैं dogs. उनको बोलते हैं dogs which do not have much future and ideal for disinvestment. Okay. They're called dogs businesses, which is basically they're saying these business needs to be sold off, right? These businesses needs to be disinvested. Okay. They're called dog businesses. Then there are question marks. Question mark का मतलब होता है यार मार्केट तो ग्रो कर रही है बट हमारा धंधा ग्रो नहीं कर रहा. मार्केट तो ग्रो कर रही है, द मार्केट इज ग्रोइंग बट यू आर नॉट एबल टू क्रैक the market because your competitors are better than you in this market. Your market share is low while the market is growing. That is a question mark. That is a question mark. Whether to continue, right, or not is a question mark business because it requires a lot of money to win the competition, right? But do we want to win the competition and stay in this market is a question mark. That is why we call businesses where the market is growing, but our business is not growing. We call it question mark. Can you join BCG as a CA? Absolutely, only rank holders. They only take rank holders. Okay, that to top 10. उसमें से ही एक दो को लेते हैं वो और किसी को नहीं लेते. That is how difficult it is to get into BCG. Okay. 4 things in BCG growth share matrix: stars, question marks, cash cows, and dogs. Okay, simple है. Stars को हम build करते हैं. Stars को we build, we invest more money into stars, right? Then hold. Question marks को हम hold करते हैं. We do not keep investing money. We look for 6-7 months whether we can sustain the business or not. If not, we exit. Harvest. कैश काउस को हम हार्वेस्ट करते हैं. कैश काउस को हम हार्वेस्ट करते हैं बिकॉज वी हैव अ ह्यूज मार्केट शेयर, सो वी कीप इन्वेस्टिंग इन दोज बिजनेसेस स्लो एंड स्टेडी. उसको खत्म नहीं होने देते हैं, सो वी हार्वेस्ट देम. एंड डॉग्स को वी डाइवेस्ट, वी सेल ऑफ द बिजनेसेस वेयर द मार्केट इज ग्रोइंग लोअर, the market growth is very small and even our market share is very small. We divest, we exit that business. Stars को build करते हैं, question mark को hold करते हैं. Cows, cash cows are harvested and dogs are divested. Stars are built, question marks are held, cash cows are harvested and dogs are divested. That is what a BCG growth share matrix, growth share matrix, growth share matrix, growth share matrix बोलते हैं इसको BCG को, and it is a portfolio analysis model which helps you understand your different businesses and how you should position these businesses. Okay. Ansoff's product market growth matrix, second model for portfolio analysis called Ansoff's matrix. ये सिंपल है. ये क्या बोलते हैं? ये बोलते हैं प्रोडक्ट और मार्केट ग्रोथ को देखो, मार्केट शेयर को, मार्केट ग्रोथ को मत देखो, आप अपने प्रोडक्ट वर्सेस मार्केट ग्रोथ को देखो. ठीक है, प्रोडक्ट वर्सेस मार्केट ग्रोथ को देखो. दिस हेल्प्स बिजनेसेस डिसाइड देयर फ्यूचर प्रोडक्ट एंड मार्केट ग्रोथ स्ट्रेटजी. ओके, नाउ 2 सेकेंड के लिए यू हैव टू इग्नोर द रिस्क वाला थिंग. ओके, you have to ignore the risk wala thing. Let me hide this for you. Let me hide this for you. इसको आप अभी भूल जाओ, इसको भूल जाओ. Look at this. Now the question to you is very simple. If your product is new and you are selling a new product to your existing customers, if you're selling a new product to your existing customers, आप इसको क्या बोलोगे? Whether you will call it market penetration, whether you will call it product development, whether you will call it market development, or you will call it diversification. You are selling a new product to your existing customers. What will you call it? New product to existing customers. Yes, is it given by Ansoff? Yes, it is. Where the growth is high but share is low, we hold. And these are known as your question marks, right? They're called question marks. It's not a question mark. Those businesses are called question marks. Product development, market development, product development, product development, market development. Okay. Majority people saying product development. And the right answer is product development. Your product is new and your market is existing. Your product is new and your market is existing. We call it product development. Now, if you're selling your existing product in a new market, for example, you do a business of, let's say, cosmetics, okay? You do a business of makeup. आपका makeup का business है. You're selling this makeup in India. Now you're selling the same makeup in Africa. Now you're selling the same makeup in Africa. What do you call this? What do you call this? Market penetration, market development, product development, or diversification. You are selling your existing cosmetics or makeup products in a newer market that is from India to Africa now. I see answers coming as saying market development, existing products in a new market. Market development, absolutely, that is right. Existing products in a new market. That is called market development. You're developing a new market for your business. You're developing a new market for your business. Now, market penetration is as simple as same products in existing market, but with higher marketing. It is called market penetration. Market penetration का मतलब है doubling down on your existing customers and products, right? Selling aggressively to the existing customers the same product. Buy one get one free, buy two get four free, right? Same customers को double सामान बेचना is called market penetration. Existing products in the existing markets, that increasing the demand for your products in the existing customers with the same products is called market penetration. भाई buy one get one free है, buy two है, offers है, combo offers है, discounts है, right? All these are called market penetration. All these strategies are called market penetration. What is diversification is if you're selling a new product in a new market, that is you're diversifying. Now you have a new product and you're even selling that to a new market. You're taking a new business. You are a makeup business in India. Now you're going and selling clothes in Africa. You're a makeup business in India. You have a makeup business in India. Now you're selling clothes in Africa. New products, new market, that is diversification. New products in a new market, diversifying. You're doing something entirely different from your existing business. That is called diversification. Now, if you look at risks, as you move from existing products to new products, your risk increases as a business, which is true. योर एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोडक्ट से आप नए प्रोडक्ट्स बनाना शुरू करोगे, द रिस्क इज हायर बिकॉज यू डोंट नो इफ द कस्टमर इज गोइंग टू एक्सेप्ट दैट और नॉट. When you move from existing product to a new product, your risk starts increasing. When you move from existing markets to new markets, then also your risk starts increasing. Then also your risk starts increasing, right? Based on this theory, tell me, out of these four, one, two, three और four में से सबसे ज्यादा रिस्की कौन सा है? सबसे ज्यादा रिस्की कौन सा है? Is it market penetration, it is market development, it is product development or diversification? Which is the most risky out of the four? Is market penetration, we are not introducing new product but selling old products, right? Yes. But diversification can also be done in same market with different product. That is not market, that is called product development. New product and existing customers is called product development. It's not called diversification. Diversification is new customers and new products. So new customers could be a new business as well, right? Airlines business coming into restaurants or hotels, right? Indigo अपने hotel खोल देगा, so that is diversification because now the customers, the market is different for it. The customer could do not understand a customer like a customer, you and me. Understand the market. The market is different. The dynamics are different. The competitors are different. The suppliers are different. The government policies are different. That is what a market is, right? Do not look at customers like customers. We're talking about market where the competitors are different. उसको market को competition से समझो. Different market, new market means where there are new competitors. Diversification, right? Most risky is diversification because new markets and new products दोनों ही risky होंगे. Highest risk is diversification. Exam question for you. In Ansoff's matrix, which is the most risky out of the four? The answer is diversification. Okay. The answer is diversification. Let's go to the next one. ADL matrix. Okay. ADL is Arthur D. Little. जिन्होंने ये मैट्रिक्स दिया था उनका नाम था आर्थर डी लिटिल. ADL वहां से नाम आया है, ठीक है. ADL is coming from Arthur D. Little. Okay, very good. Now, this person told how do you analyze your portfolio is through two things. You look at the competitive position of your business and you look at the stage of the industry का maturity. अब दो चीजें देखो. He says look at two things. First is your competitive position in the market. ठीक है? Are you weak? Are you the strongest? Are you the dominant? You are the number one. You are favorable. You are tenable. Right? 5 लेवल हैं. सबसे कमजोर हो, ठीक ठाक हो, मिडिल लेवल पे हो. ठीक है, ये नंबर्स कौन सी भाषा में लिख दिया? ओके. सबसे कमजोर हो, टेनेबल, दैट मीन्स यू आर एट द बॉटम ओनली. You are an average player in the market, you are a strong player, or you are the winner in the market. Decide that first. First identify and decide that. Then you identify the industry जिसमें आप काम कर रहे हो, जिसमें ये business है, वो embryonic, that is a new industry, that is a growing industry, that is a maturing industry, or that is a dying industry. You identify that as well, and then you decide your strategy out of all of these. ये सारी strategies दे दी उन्होंने. अब दो चीजें identify करो. Your competitive position you identify, and you identify the stage of industry's maturity, and then I am giving you the strategies and you strategize about your business. ठीक है? Simple. Let's take an example. The example is you are a strong player in the ever growing electric vehicle industry. Okay, you are a strong player in ever growing electric vehicle industry. What should be your strategy? There are keywords in each of the boxes. Read and tell them if you are a strong player in an ever-growing electric vehicle market, what should be your strategy? What should be your strategy? What will you do as a business? You are a strong player in ever-growing EV market. What will be your strategy? Differentiate, lower cost, attack small firms. Strong and growing industry. ये रही आपकी strategy, right? This is your strategy. Now you understand, you will differentiate because it's a growing and you're a strong player. You will start differentiating. You will start building things with lower cost because you have to be profitable, and you will start attacking smaller firms to cut out the competition. For them to grow, आप पहले ही उनको काटने की कोशिश करोगे. You will try to attack the small firms so that they do not become big, because it's a growing market. Okay. Now, you are a weak player in a mature industry. Okay. You are a weak player in a mature industry, let's say like a saloon, okay, or a parlor. Okay, let's say there's a parlor and you are a weak player in the parlor industry. What are you going to do? It's a mature industry already. Mature industry, it's nothing new. It's a parlor, it's a saloon, whatever you call it, and you're a weak player. Your business is weak in that segment, which is a mature industry. What is your strategy going to be? What should be your strategy as per ADL matrix? Okay, what should be your strategy as per ADL matrix? Withdraw and divest, right? Withdraw and divest, which means you are a weak player. You are a weak player in a mature market. You are a weak player in a mature market. यहाँ आके मिल गया. यहाँ आके मिल गया. And here withdraw and divest. You will withdraw and divest. That means you will withdraw from the industry and you will sell off your business. As simple as that. Right? You will withdraw and divest. That is what ADL ka suggestion is. That is what ADL, Arthur D. Little, tells you, that you got to check your competitive position and stage of industry and then decide the strategy out of these. As simple as that. इतना ही simple है. और इससे हजारों questions बन सकते हैं, right? From an exam perspective, a lot of questions can come from these models, from BCG or from ADL or from Ansoff. हजारों questions बन सकते हैं. So you need to know what the strategy, how to analyze this, right? अब how I'm making questions right now, same exam में ऐसे questions बन सकते हैं. Okay. The fourth one is called GE stoplight matrix. The fourth one is called GE stoplight matrix. What it tells is look at industry attractiveness and also look at the competitive strength of your business. अपने business का competitive strength समझो, and second, understand the industry's attractiveness, not the stage, right? We're not looking at the stage of maturity. We are looking at attractiveness. That means profitability कितना है, profit margin कितना है, प्रॉफिट मार्जिन कितना है, ये समझो इंडस्ट्री का. एंड लुक एट द competitive strength of your business. How strong or weak you are in the industry, and understand the industry attractiveness, which is profitability कितनी है, कितने परसेंट मार्जिन है बिजनेस, इस इंडस्ट्री का मार्जिन कितना है वो समझो, right? GE General Electric, right? Again, a company, very big company, they devised this. This is General Electric, a US company which devised this model of strategy. Okay, GE stoplight इसको बोलते हैं. Okay, now if the question to you is very simple again, if it's a very profitable industry, यहाँ पे 70-80% profit margin है, it's a very profitable industry, and you have a medium level of competitive strength. आप कोई बहुत बड़े प्लेयर नहीं हो और आप छोटे प्लेयर भी नहीं हो. You are a middle level player in the industry, and this industry has massive attractiveness, super high margins. What should be your strategy as per GE stoplight matrix? It's a highly attractive industry where you make 70-80% margins, and the competitive strength of your business is middle level. That means you're not a very big player, not a very small player, you're a decent level player. What should be your strategy? I see a couple of answers. Invest to build. Invest to build, right? This is invest to build. High level attractiveness, medium level apna strength. This is invest to build. You will invest more money into your business. You should invest more money into your business because profit बहुत कमाने हैं यहाँ पे. You can earn a lot of profits in this industry. It's super profitable. So you will invest more in this industry. Right? Invest, expand, invest to build. Another example लेते हैं. You are doing a business which has a medium level of attractiveness. It's good margins, right? 30-40% margins आप बना लेते हो. 30-40% is medium level margin for a business, and you're making a 30-40% margin, but your competitive strength is extremely high, right? You are one of the top players in the industry, but the industry margins are middle level, 30-40% up margin aapka, but you are the one of the biggest players in the market. What should be your strategy? What should be your strategy? What should be your strategy? Build selectively. Okay. Diksha says she wants to build selectively. What else? What do others say? Would you also build selectively? Medium level of attractiveness. Medium level of attractiveness. You will have medium level of attractiveness for the business. And high level of profitability. My charger just got off my laptop. Give me 1 second. Okay. Build selectively, right? Majority people saying they will build selectively, and that is what this also talks about. This is simple. Industry attractiveness being medium, and you have a high competitive advantage, you will build selectively, right? Super simple. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is a question on your screen. Now here's a question on your screen. Let's see if you understand these concepts or not. Jalebi Systems wanted to explore the idea of using funds from its existing mature business to try their luck in crypto trading app. Which model would be best suitable to analyze this bet? Just understand which of the two parameters are we looking at here. Are we looking at growth and share? Are we looking at stage of maturity and competitive strength? Are we looking at existing markets, new markets, or existing products? What are the two metrics we are talking about here? Analyze that and then decide which of the following models would be best for them to help analyze this proposal. What parameters are we talking about here? And then decide. Interesting questions हैं ये सारे आपके एग्जाम के लिए. ऑप्शन बी एंड ए के बीच में फाइट दिख रही है मुझे. Majority saying BCG, then somebody say, people saying Ansoff, Ansoff, BCG, BCG, Ansoff, 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 BD, BCG, ADL. Okay. GE stoplight. Let's see. मजेदार है. Good. Not sure. ये बेस्ट आंसर है. Not sure. ठीक है. The correct answer is Ansoff's growth matrix. New product, new or existing market. Ansoff. Try their luck in crypto trading app. New product. न्यू प्रोडक्ट आते ही समझ जाओ भैया एंसॉफ की बात हो रही है. न्यू प्रोडक्ट आते ही समझ जाओ एंसॉफ की बात हो रही है. एज सिंपल एज दैट. अ न्यू प्रोडक्ट मींस एंसॉफ ग्रोथ मैट्रिक्स. ठीक है. ग्रेट. Another question on your screen. Do we have to learn this table? No, you don't have to by heart the table. You should at least know. You don't have to learn the table, but you have to understand the table. Okay. Questions जैसे आपको भी दिख रहे हैं, these kind of questions you should expect in exam also. Anand M guided his daughter Pragya to not take too many risks and hold the niche products and harvest them to stay out in the market. Which condition could their company be in that Anand ji just gave such an advice? बताइए. ये अभी पढ़ा है हमने. Not take too many risks and harvest the niche products they are into and harvest them to stay in the market. Whether it was a strong position but aging market, weak position aging, dominant position in an aging market, or favorable position in a mature market. Strong position in an aging market, favorable position in mature market, strong position but aging, weak position in aging. Okay. कैश का तो ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. तनीषा किधर घूम रहे हो? इन्वेस्ट एंड एक्सपैंड किधर है ऑप्शन? इन्वेस्ट एंड एक्सपैंड. Strong position, aging market, favorable position and mature market. Let's see what the answer is. The answer is strong position but aging market. Strong position, aging market, find a niche, hold a niche, and harvest your business. Strong position in an aging market. ठीक है, when you'll study, then only you will get to know answers. But I'm just giving you a context how the exam questions can come to you, okay, and how you need to prepare. I'm just giving you those insights. Another very famous analysis that strategic analysis requires is called SWOT analysis. Do you want me to explain SWOT analysis again, or we all know this? We all know this, right? बचपन से पढ़ते आ रहे हैं अब तो SWOT analysis. BCK में इतनी बार पढ़ा दिया, फिर से पढ़ना पड़ रहा है. Do you want me to explain SWOT analysis, or we can go to the next topic? जल्दी से बता दो, so that I know. You have to learn the tables somewhat. Yes, I'm just saying understand its logic, dost. But from an exam perspective, you should know the keywords. You should know the keywords. See, favorable and saying favorable and which one? Mature. Favorable and mature. Okay. इसमें harvest का है. Harvest, find niche. Okay, so how you need to understand this is, okay, that's a great call out there, that even favorable and mature also has this, right? Favorable and mature also has this. Now let me come to my question, okay? Now favorable and mature has this, but look at this, not to take too many risks and hold the niche and harvest them, okay? Now the keywords are the same. You will have multiple keywords, right? But always know the logic in the question is, you might want to just look at 3 out of these, but question ऐसे आएगा नहीं exam में. ठीक है? Question जहाँ पे the question or the examiner, I can tell you, because see every strategy will be somewhat or the same. अब यहाँ पे भी withdraw है, यहाँ पे भी विड्रॉ है, यहाँ टर्न अराउंड है, यहाँ भी टर्न अराउंड है, यहाँ भी टर्न अराउंड है, राइट? यहाँ ग्रो है, यहाँ भी ग्रो दिखेगा, यहाँ भी ग्रो, यहाँ डिफरेंशिएट दिखेगा, यहाँ भी डिफरेंशिएट दिखेगा, यहाँ लो कॉस्ट दिखेगा, यहाँ भी लो कॉस्ट दिखेगा. सी द पॉइंट इज नॉट लुकिंग एट द कीवर्ड्स विच आर सेम. द पॉइंट इज वेरी सिंपल. द पॉइंट इज जहाँ पे एकदम कोर कीवर्ड आपको दिखेगा ना, wherever you have the core keyword of a particular line, that is where your answer should lie, right? You might get confusion in terms of exam, but I can assure you exam में ऐसे confusing questions आते नहीं हैं, right? और अगर आते हैं तो उसके marks मिल जाते हैं, let me tell you. But exam में ऐसे confusing questions नहीं आएंगे where you will have अब harvest and turn around. मेरे को ये बताओ, यहाँ पे टर्न अराउंड है, यहाँ पे टर्न अराउंड है, यहाँ पे टर्न अराउंड है, यहाँ पे टर्न अराउंड है. अभी किधर से एक अगर उसने टर्न अराउंड क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया इन योर एग्जाम, टर्न अराउंड का क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया, कौन सी स्ट्रैटेजी बताओगे? चारों तो बताओगे नहीं, तो एग्जाम में ऐसा क्वेश्चन आएगा ही नहीं, बिकॉज द एग्जामिनर ऑल्सो नोज that it is a strategy from a business perspective. Exam perspective से ऐसे questions नहीं आएंगे that will confuse you, I can assure you that. ठीक है, तो इसकी घबराहट मत लेना यार, ये तो सेम था. हम एग्जाम में how will I identify? The exam will not have such confusing questions. Okay, cool. SWOT का क्या है? Are we wanting to study SWOT or we move on to the next one? Short overview, super simple. Okay, let's do this. SWOT analysis stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. SWOT का आधा हिस्सा, the S and W part, is called internal analysis. It's called internal analysis. The second हिस्सा, which is opportunity and threat, is your external analysis, right? Is your external analysis. This is internal, this is external. Internally, you figure out your strengths and weaknesses. Externally, you figure out your opportunities and threats. Internally, you figure out your weakness and your strengths. Externally, you figure out your threats and opportunities in the business, right? इसको बोलते हैं SWOT analysis. You use your strengths to build on your opportunities. You use your strength to build on your opportunities. You use or identify your weakness, right? To not let them create threats for you. You identify and work on your weakness to not create threats for you. You work on your strengths to double down or use the benefit of the opportunities in the external environment. This is as simple as SWOT analysis. You identify your strengths, convert them into opportunities in the market. You identify your weakness and not let them become threats in the market. इसको बोलते हैं भैया SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. इसका भाई है, इसका जो भाई है SWOT एनालिसिस का, उसको बोलते हैं टाउज एनालिसिस. उसको बोलते हैं टाउज एनालिसिस, TOWS. ये इट इज अ स्टेप अहेड ऑफ SWOT एनालिसिस. इट इज अ स्टेप अहेड ऑफ SWOT एनालिसिस. ठीक है, SWOT का उल्टा कर दो, SWOT का उल्टा कर दो तो बन जाता है टाउज. SWOT is SWOT. TOWS. TOWS, सॉरी S लिखना था. TOWS is TOWS. इन दोनों में फर्क क्या है? इन दोनों में फर्क क्या है? TOWS analysis is a step ahead of SWOT analysis. How? It says use your internal strength to exploit external opportunities. Use your internal strength to avoid or minimize the impact of threats. Right? It is saying अपनी strength से opportunity को double करो और threat को मारो. SWOT analysis ये नहीं बोलता था कि threat को मारो, वो कहते थे threat से बचो. TOWS analysis says you go and attack your threats using your strength. Right? SWOT analysis does not say that. SWOT says identify and avoid threats. It says go and beat your threats, win over your threats using your strength. Weakness, overcoming internal weaknesses by exploiting opportunities. वो कह रहे वीकनेस को भी खत्म करो अपॉर्चुनिटी में कन्वर्ट करके. वीकनेस को भी खत्म करो अपॉर्चुनिटी में कन्वर्ट करके. While SWOT analysis said identify a weakness to not let it get converted into a threat. TOW says डरना क्यों है? Just go and overcome your weakness by converting into opportunities. And WT, which is overcoming internal weakness by minimizing threats. दो चीजें जो एक्स्ट्रा है टावर्स में, which is one, use strength to beat threats and use or let's say overcome your weakness, convert them into opportunities. ये दो चीजें are extra. These two things, number one and this number two, are extra in TOWS. As simple as that. ये दो चीजें TOWS में extra हैं beyond SWOT analysis. These two things are extra, which is use of internal strength to avoid or minimize the impact of external threats and overcoming your internal weakness by exploiting external opportunities. And that is why it is a step ahead of SWOT analysis. ठीक है? Very good. Any questions in SWOT and TOWS? Any questions in SWOT or any questions in TOWS analysis? What is the difference? Which is a bigger one? You know it now. Any questions in this? नहीं है तो अंगूठा भेज दो. No questions? All clear? Thanks, Alok. I'll just wait for others as well. I'll just wait for others as well to tell me if all clear. If yes, we move on to the next thing. Perfect. Great. TOWS is better than SWOT? Absolutely. Shivangi Towers only has two extra things: using your strength to beat your threats and overcoming your weakness to fight or create them into opportunities. As simple as that. Okay, great. The last one is called globalization. Globalization is nothing but at a company level, it is two things. Okay, number one is Number one is when it has manufacturing locations across the globe. One in India, one in Indonesia, one in Thailand, one in Vietnam, right? इंडिया में है, इंडोनेशिया में है, वियतनाम में है, दुबई में है, मिडिल ईस्ट में कहीं पे है, यूरोप में है, यूएस में है. All this, if it has different manufacturing plants across the globe, right? We call it a global company और globalization बोलते हैं उस चीज को. A company's ability to compete in domestic market with foreign competitors who are coming in India as well. Now Haldiram's fighting with McDonald's. Is it Haldiram's fighting with McDonald's, KFC, Subway, Domino's, right? बीकानेर वाला fighting with Domino's और Subway. ये सब क्या है? ये ग्लोबलाइजेशन है दोस्त, ये ग्लोबलाइजेशन है. All these desi businesses fighting foreign competitors in the same segment, which is fast food, लड़ रहे हैं because of globalization, that foreign companies are coming into India and competing with them. This is called globalization. सबको पता है. Three key characteristics of global companies: they have multiple units located in different parts of the globe. We know this. Multiple units draw on a common pool of resource. Most asked question in the examination. इसको भाई याद कर लेना. इसको याद कर लेना please. This is the most asked question, which is basically इसको क्या हो गया? कलर ही चेंज नहीं हो रहा. Okay. Which is basically multiple units draw on a common pool of resources in a global company. What does this mean? Who will explain this to me? Draw on a common pool of resources. What does this mean? And what does this also mean? Point 2 and 3 समझाओ मुझे. What does point 2 and 3 mean? Point 2 and 3 समझा दो. Respond to some common strategy and draw on common pool of resources. This is a global company का characteristic. Who will explain this to me? इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? Let's see. Let's hear from you. It means customers in a common pool. Okay. बिल्कुल अंकित. I've already uploaded this. अगर आपको पता, चैप्टर 2 में ऑलरेडी अपलोड कर चुका हूं पूरा. हाँ जी आलोक, यस. राइट मेगा, योर बुक का चार्ट विल बी डिफरेंट, मेरा टाउज विल बी डिफरेंट. मैंने थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई कर दिया आपके लिए. Draw on a common pool and respond to a common strategy. What does this mean? No, it means एक global company है. Let's take this example, okay? Let's take this example. There's a company, it's a US based company. US based company है. उसका ऑफिस इंडिया में है, ठीक है? उसका ऑफिस इंडिया में है, उसका ऑफिस ऑस्ट्रेलिया में है, उसका ऑफिस दुबई में है, और उसका ऑफिस लेट्स से यूके में है, ठीक है? उसका ऑफिस 4 जगह पे है. A US based company has offices in 4 places. Indian company will take money. Indian company will take money from US headquarters. Australian company will take money from US headquarters. Dubai company will take money from US headquarters. UK company will take money from US headquarters. This means they draw on a common pool of resources. So पैसा एक ही के पास रहता है. Only one parent company has all the resources divided amongst different locations of a global company. And they respond to a common strategy that is made by the US company for all the locations. They respond to a strategy. They work on the strategy built by the US headquarters for all the locations. इसका मतलब ये है, ठीक है? Very simple. Why go global? For growth, for cheap resources, for new markets, and for economies of scale. Why do companies go global? Because of growth, newer markets, cheaper resources, and economies of scale. For all these factors, companies go global. Companies go and invest in newer countries for growth, for cheap resources, for new markets, and economies of scale. Because new customers, more growth, cheap resources, and their economies of scale as they grow, right? Okay. What else? For same source, create new units regulated by one management. All about irrigation system. Irrigation किधर से आ गया दोस्त? Irrigation किधर है? Okay. Regulated for same source, create new units like children पैसे parent as much as है. You're right. It's like parent giving money to all the children. That is right. Common resources. And with that, we complete our chapter number 2 as well. Well on time, which is 9:30. I'll wait for another minute for any questions, any doubts, anything that you have. I will not repeat any concept. I want questions if you have any doubts. If not, go back, study tomorrow, ask me questions from this chapter, right? We're done with one of the biggest chapters in the syllabus, which is chapter 2, which is competitive strategy, dynamics of competitive strategy. Just like Amazon offering lowest prices, it's a global company, right? It's building strategies for all the countries, India, US, Middle East, Europe. सबके लिए US में बैठ के strategy बन रही है. Good. Thanks, Barkatullah. I'm happy you're enjoying this. Thanks, Ankit. We have to go for articleship. Bhago dost. SUB competitive for each other, like BBK owns Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus. It can be, Himanshu. It can be. It really depends on the business. How the business wants to drive it, it really depends on how the business people want to take a decision. Tomorrow, chapter 3, absolutely yes. Difference between core competency and competitive advantage, Devesh, very simple. Core competency से competitive advantage बनती है. Your core competency could be that you are a great singer, but your competitive advantage is that you sing the latest songs. You're singing for reels. That is your competitive advantage, right? That is valued by the customer. That is where the customer wants your music to be. It is called competitive advantage. Your core competency is building good songs. Your competitive advantage is you make songs for Instagram reels. यही फर्क है. अभी आप समझ जाओगे. हाउ टू रिमेंबर मोहम्मद, 2 बार पढ़ लो, आपको याद हो जाएगा. Absolutely, Shivangi, you should revise and ask as many questions as you can. Thanks, Anjana. Happy you're liking the class and good that our 2 chapters are over. Thanks, Ronak. Good. Thanks everyone who's writing a thanks. I'll see you tomorrow, right? I hope everything is clear. If not, ask as many questions as you can. Tomorrow, revise. Both chapter 1 and 2 have been uploaded. You can go and refer these PPTs. You should read the study material as well, right? With that, let's see you tomorrow with a new chapter, chapter number 3, and let's get into closing our syllabus as soon as we can. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.